Welcome back. We have Sherry Quigley, who's in charge of membership with the Kelowna Lioness. Welcome, Sherry.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. We had to do this one in person, and it's actually nice to see people in person. So tell us a little bit about the Kelowna Lioness.
Well, we have about 23, 24 members, but some are at what is called at large. They pay their dues, but they don't participate in the meetings, or I think they have to come to 2 meetings a year. So we're basically down to about 13 to 15, and they're all the older ladies. So it's just small for what we do, or what we used to do. It's a small group, and it's going to be very hard to keep up all the different things that we do to make money, to donate to the clubs that we donate to.
Yeah. So the Lioness, really, I mean, it's a great opportunity for people like yourself to get together, but it's also, you're giving back to other groups.
That's right. Yeah. And so are a lot of the things that we do, like we don't get paid for, like the girls, like I do Cottonwood nursing home. I run our Friday or our Tuesday night bingo for the ladies. So I bring in some of us Lioness, and I just really enjoy it because it's funny, and they enjoy it so much. I feel bad we haven't been around, because we got put out when the flu epidemic started. They closed us from doing it. So we were closed in November. We canceled all stuff out. So, and we do Freedom Door and make lunches on Friday. Help make lunches on Friday. Dave, the one who runs the kitchen, is an excellent person to work with, and that's the recovery houses. I don't know, I assume you do.
Yeah, it's good to tell though, because not everyone would know.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, it's amazing. Both of them are the two that I volunteer the most, because I could do those better. I've had too many apps. And it's to see that what we do really makes a difference, because they have cleaned up. A lot of them are almost through their 9-month program. I look at them and say, good looking guys, so smart. How did you get in trouble? And they are so thankful, so polite. My God, they're politer than half these kids out in the street. They have such manners, and just can't thank you enough for coming and doing this.
Yeah. So you give back financially through some of your fundraisers, but then you also volunteer.
We don't get paid for these two. There's a lot that we don't, and then there are some. The catering we definitely get paid for.
And then that goes out to other organizations.
It goes out to other organizations. Sure.
Yeah, so it's a great opportunity. We're talking about with the volunteer fair, where would people maybe want to volunteer? Well, with the Lioness, opportunity to be involved with the Lioness, but then give back to the organizations as well. So.
Yeah, I find it's a lot more strenuous to do the ones that we get paid for than to do the ones that we volunteer for. There's no pressure on you. But we do make good money out, and the other different Lions clubs around in like West Bank and that. We also cater to the men at Mission for their monthly meetings. We would do their suppers. Then when they have banquets and stuff, Christmas and that, we would do those. And at West Bank, we do really, the bridge tournaments out there, a couple of those, plus other things that they have, you know, and we get paid well for it, you know, but we make all the food, you know, and serve it, you know, so.
Work hard.
Yeah, it's a lot harder. You need the younger ones. You know?
Yeah, so I'm going to ask my questions a little bit different because you're all volunteers.
Yeah.
So, and kind of talking about the impact that your members make. So as a member of the Lioness, is there any fee to be involved or is it just a time?
Yes, we pay, right now, we pay $25 a year.
Oh,
And that gives us our best,
Hmm.
and I'm kidding, thanks.
Ah, there you go.
And you know, but we're in the midst of turning over to the Lions.
Mhm.
The Lionesses are becoming full members of the Lions.
Yeah.
And their fees are high, you know, but not that much. And it's such we have had two meetings in a month, and the first and the third Wednesday, and we used to have it up at the Rutland Army, Navy, and Air Force Club, and we would have supper, and then we would have our meeting, and it's just a nice social thing. And then the ladies also have a ladies' social lunch once a month that we meet somewhere and have lunch.
Nice.
See, other than at the meeting, it was all business. And,
Right.
Yeah. So I went there mainly because I was lonely when I moved here. I knew nobody.
Mhm.
And when I met this lady and she taught me into it, I went and I really enjoyed it. And it really helped break the idea that no, you don't want to go back home and put children and
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
so
it makes those connections for you, which is that's really one of the most important things with volunteer.
I think it is what we do for the community because we get there isn't any of us that don't get a good feeling here because we've got some really neat projects on that we help with. And it's to socializing because a lot are widowers and this is their social life.
Yeah.
And you know, you do get together some of them that know each other better than has been in it for something. You know, some of them, the ones I tried to get to come have been in it for 38 years or something.
Wow. You mentioned that you're looking for younger members to help, especially with some of the harder, but the fundraiser activities.
But we
the
wouldn't
catering.
exactly tell them.
No, but is there an age limit? Can anyone join?
Yeah.
Any age?
And you don't have to have a relative. That's why I never thought, when she said, well, why don't you come and be a Lioness? And I said, I've never registered as having a family member that has been in, yet my father was, but that was so many years ago. And I thought you had to be connected to the Army, Navy, or Air Force, but you don't. Okay, you don't have to be in it. Yeah.
Good. Are you currently, other than the younger, got the energy to do the fundraising, the catering, are you looking for any volunteers with specialized skills?
I don't know. I really don't know. I would imagine that it would be a real advantage for some of the things that we do. You know, I think it's always neat to have somebody on board, especially. I think some of our ladies do have for some of the things they volunteer at. That is just they volunteer, not through Lioness, but through the hospital and the baby clinic, you know, the women's shelter, and that would have some training. Yes, I think it would be.
Yeah, and I think now one of the things we're finding with a lot of organizations is some more of that technical, the digital world that we're having to move into so much now with COVID-19 that sometimes we need a little bit more help there.
Yeah. We've got to change. We've got to modernize and change things because we've got to modernize and go down to, at least even if they don't join us, if they would talk to us and say, what is it would you like to see that you could do for us? You know, and accept their suggestions.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there could be a good connection with some of the university students, even just to,
just for some time off to do something a little different. Yeah.
For sure. How many hours per week or month? I mean, you mentioned the meetings. How much time do you think is part of being allowed?
Really, basically, other than the meetings, which you could go to or not go to, I think you do have to cover a few in a year. But it's entirely up to you, you know.
I see a project for a university or college student would be great and fun. I think.
In fact, we did have one when I first joined. I don't know. Maybe she graduated.
Maybe we need someone to carry it through, right? Yeah. So if I wanted to get involved, if I was someone in the community that wanted to become a Lioness, what should I do? Would somebody give you a call? I know we have two phone numbers in our magazine that's coming out. We have yours and
Roberta.
yeah. We'll check the magazine for the phone numbers. Is there anything else you'd like to tell anyone who's listening to this about the Lioness?
I am surprised myself that I would like it because the only question I asked when they said, well, you have to wear a white shirt and a vest and gray pants and black shoes. And I said, do I have to wear a hat? And they said, no. I said, if I had to wear a hat, I would. It's a great place when you move somewhere like Kelowna. I love Kelowna in that, but it's very, very hard to meet people. Yeah. It's a very tight community. And it was a good escape. There's such interesting people, you know. The lives have been so interesting. Of course, a lot are coming from being in the military at one time, you know. But it's just such a friendly group, you know. And you know, and the biggest problem is the meetings hard to conduct because nobody's listening.
Everyone wants to
socializing. I just enjoy it for me because I was so lonely.
So friendship, connection, and giving back to the community.
And I wondered what it would be like. But when I started at doing cottonwood bingo just as a worker, I just enjoyed those people because there's so few that can come down and play bingo. So we help them because they use the old slide cards, you know. And hey, I don't know, the group I have, they make funny gestures when their client has a bingo or something, and get all excited and say, don't eat the chocolate all at one time. Get a little chocolate for winning here. And they're just so funny. And you just feel sad for them because, you know, they're lonely and they're, you know, and they look forward to these kind of things.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sherry, for your time today, and thank you for coming all the way down.
Well, it's not hard.